Today we're talking about downsizing. Lucky to have Gail Petersen Bell from Compass in studio. Gail, welcome back. It's been a little while.
Yes, it has. Nice to be back.
One of the original guests on the show almost 10 years ago, if you can believe it.
I know. Time flies when you're having fun.
Right. And we've talked about Hingham real estate for a long time in the South Shore. Today we're going to talk about downsizing and the transitions program that you've headed up for a long time. For those that are looking to get out of their homes that they've been in for a long time, it's really a great program.
It is a great program. It was started maybe 25 years ago by myself after my mother was in real estate. She actually owned the company that I bought from her, and she had downsized many people in her career and had gotten very good at it. But when it came time for her to sell her own home, I noticed that she became a different person. She got very overwhelmed, almost immobilized, and that was not like her at all. And I had older friends. We were members of the neighborhood club in Quincy for years, and a lot of the members there were older. When they started to downsize, I noticed the exact same phenomenon would happen to very, very smart people that were very out in the world, and they just couldn't, it was so overwhelming, all the pieces, that I decided to put together a program specifically tailored for them.
It really is, or it can be, a paralyzing process.
That's a good word for it.
I actually have friends of my parents that are going through it right now. They've been in the house for 30 years here on the South Shore, raised their families, still have some of the old pictures that I remember from when we were in high school and college. It's still there. And my friends who are dealing with their parents have been trying to transition them out for 4 or 5 years. And the conversation comes up every year, and just finally now they're able to do it. I feel like if they had entered into a program like this a few years back, it might have been able to streamline it for them, because it gives you a roadmap.
It gives you a roadmap. It's also very sensitive to the fact that it's such an emotional process as well as a physical process. So sitting down and talking with the potential sellers and perhaps their adult children, their extended family, having a conference with them and explaining, we understand how emotional this is. It's a family home. There's so many memories. You're worried about the next step. You're worried it may be your last step. Just putting all of those emotional issues on the table first is very comforting, ultimately, to the people that are downsizing. And then we get into the actual stages of what they need to do.
They're probably horrified of the fact that if they sit down with an agent, a lot of people are just going to go straight to,
sign this.
Yeah, sign this, here's the price, get out. And because it does happen.
Yeah.
And you really have to take a step back and walk through the process.
You really do. And a lot of brokers, I don't think, would like to do this kind of program because it is a different kind of a process in real estate. It really is. You have to be very willing to take things at the slowest pace that needs to be. There's a lot of hand-holding, which is what I actually like to do. And so for me it's perfect, but sometimes it can be a long period of time before you actually get the house on the market, get it sold, find the right place for them to move into. There's a lot of showing different kinds of options to them, from senior living to living with your kids and they're adding an addition on, or going into a smaller home or a condo. Interestingly, a lot of people that are so-called downsizing tend to buy a house with more square footage, but they have a different floor plan, because in the back of their mind they think, yeah, but where are my kids' grandchildren going to go when they come to visit me? I want to have it still be a place where I can host Thanksgiving dinner. But they buy a house with a more open floor plan, maybe a first floor master. So there's a lot of thinking it through that has to happen with the family members, really.
Let's talk about timing. I haven't seen a better time than right now in a long time to cash out, so to say.
That's correct. Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I'm doing it myself. In fact, I've been in my house for 4 years, and it's gone up incredibly in the last 4 years. Obviously, I did a lot of updating to it. Not a lot, but enough just so that it's like a perfect house. And I think that a lot of people are doing that now, even if they weren't thinking they were going to sell their home, because the market is such that it just makes sense to do so. And of course, this is the season to sell. So people are getting their houses ready, their yards ready, and making a lot of money, even though they're not really wanting to go necessarily to a specific home. It's the time to cash out. But so it's a seller's market for sure. However, the rates are so good. They just came down again yesterday, 3.65. That's a really good rate if you're now going to think about buying another home. So it's an interesting time because that's usually not the case. You're either, on a buy side or a sell side, but it kind of works across the board right now. So it's a great time to cash out.
Thank you, Gail. And if you're looking to downsize out of your home on the South Shore and transition out of a property you've been in for a long time, you can contact Gail and her team directly at gailpetersenbell.com. Remember, we have more tips just like this right here below that you can share on boston.com.